Here we go. And Addison, hello. We're very happy to have you here. And Addison is a great example of the doing, becoming competent, and learning some skills because you've actually let me put I want to come next to you, Addison, because I think I'm gonna add myself here so that you don't feel too alone there on the screen. Can you see me okay?
Yes.
Yeah. So Addison, I mean, you've been through a huge learning curve this year, haven't you?
Um, yes, I guess so. It's been busy.
Yeah, I mean, a year ago, you would not, nobody would have been able to tell you this time, this year, you would have been responsible for putting out a book.
Well, actually, sometimes unless it was one of those days when I'm like, okay, I'm writing a story.
I love that. I love that. So, I know some people have heard the story already, but I'd love you to share about how, you came along to one of the protests with your mum.
Yeah.
Yeah. And tell us what happened from there.
Well, it was. Well, I guess I just went along to the protest, and after going to the protest, I suddenly felt a bit more like it made me feel like I wanted to make a difference
Mm.
a lot more. And whereas before, it just felt like something which was happening.
Yeah.
And and then I just, with coming
And
up with it, it just felt like I wanted like a way to express myself, and so it
because
just
I remember you got up and you wanted to speak. And
yeah, I
yeah, I
did.
mean, I didn't know who you were. I was the one with the microphone, and I thought, okay, well, the kid wants to say something. We'll give him the microphone, and you had something to say. You were a little bit, I think, angry about this bill, weren't you?
Yes, I guess so.
um, and that sort of you got together then with Ben. Do you want to tell me a little bit about how things happened from there? How you came to decide to produce the book? I think you've frozen a little bit. You might have some connection issues there. I don't know if Judith is still in. Is she still in? No, I think Judith's left as well. Yeah, I think we've got some connection issues there with Addison. Hopefully, he'll be back with us in a minute. Um, I don't know, Michelle, maybe you should come in and explain a little bit more uh, to the story. Uh, Michelle, you're spotlighted and muted. Okay, we've lost Addison. Hopefully, he's going to come in a minute
Um, yeah, I was just messaging his mum to say that
to let her
it had
know.
frozen.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
So,
I know
mm,
that Michelle, you were very much also part of um, what's the word? Fostering this and actually, blowing on the little flame from
well,
Mich-
yes, because I actually attended that particular protest without my own child, so I was able to circulate. He didn't want to come for some reason. I can't remember the reason now. He probably had something he wanted to do that was more important to him. And so I was able to circulate more than I normally can. And they were very clear they wanted their voices heard. And then we sort of explored different ways, and the idea of the book came about. Um, and then they contacted all their friends, contacted everyone they knew who might be able to help, to see if it was feasible. And within a couple of weeks, um, had got lots of submissions.
yeah, a lot of people got behind the idea that they had for this book, which was about the voices that weren't being heard.
Absolutely, and alongside that, had the point where there was a lot of written submissions we know had been put in, but they hadn't been published, and we knew they existed. And so that also fed in. So the hidden voices came from our voices aren't being heard. They're not listening to our parents, and they're also not publicising what they already have. So they're not even allowing people to hear the voices that exist.
Well, what I might do is Marita is here, so I might bring Marita in, and then when Addison comes, we can just add him on at the end, just so we can move or work around. So let me just add Marita here. I've got a nice slide of you, Marita. Let me just share it first, because it's got this picture of you with your sign at one of the protests. There's Marita. One of the protests there with her sign. Sorry, the resolution's not good because you were quite small, and then I blew it up to get that
was a
picture.
good day though.
Yeah, and so I also know Marita because of this protesting against stuff going on politically. And Marita and her family have been very much personally affected by overzealous local authorities and making the point of what could go wrong if this bill passes. And Addison's just come back in. I'll let him in, see if he can, and we might just let him carry on, and then but stay in here, Marita, because I think let me just find him so I can spotlight. Okay, not there he is. There we go. I will spotlight you again, Addison. Sorry, we lost you there. I think you're off camera at the moment. Let me just find you. There you are. There you are. We'll add you here. So I did bring Michelle in to kind of carry on the conversation a little bit while we lost you. But yeah, we were talking about what kind of made you feel like a book would be a good way to move on with this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yes.
Just being a bit embarrassed.
Oh no, you know what? People's Zooms go wrong all the time.
Yeah,
Also,
even Lords, peers in the House of Lords, their Zoom goes wrong sometimes.
Yeah,
so don't you worry about that, Addison.
Yeah.
You are amongst many people who have had these problems.
We're just happy that you're back, because I wouldn't have wanted you to feel like it had gone badly because of that, but because this is what Zoom does. It just drops people just randomly, and then we get them back again and we carry on the conversation.
It does. And Addison, you are important.
Yes,
and that is why you are here. You are important. You have done a very, very good, wonderful, brave, amazing thing. And we are all very, very proud of you.
Yeah. And I think we just want to share the story with people who haven't heard it before, and let them be encouraged by your story. Yeah?
Yeah. Okay.
So shoot, go ahead.
So what has happened in the conversation?
Okay. Well, I think where we were at is what led you to thinking a book is the thing to do?
Like, well, it just like I wanted, like, it's hard to remember, but like I kind of just wanted to find a way to express like everybody's views and to show them like how everything felt, and to show what like how I felt about home education and how everybody felt about home education, and yeah.
Yeah, and Michelle helped you a little bit with that, didn't she?
Yes. Well, I kind of had like the idea in my mind, and then I said to like Marcel that like I kind of had this idea, and like we kind of talked about it, and then just like came through the conversation and kind of just yeah.
And I mean, I've got the book. I bought it because my submission to Parliament is in there, which would never have been seen if you didn't put it in the book. So
Yeah.
you gave me a voice. And that's something that I appreciate. The thing is what you've done is a really good thing, a really important thing. And I hope you realize it. I think many, many people are very, very grateful.
Did you have a few things, Addison, that you'd prepared that you wanted to say? Did you want us to be quiet while you did you have a few things you had in your mind you wanted to say?
Um, Not really. I just decided to wing it.
Yeah, well, that's good. That's good. And the thing is that as children, this bill will affect you the most, won't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's for us as adults, we can argue and we can stand up for you, but it's the children that the government needs to hear from.
What has been
Yeah.
your home education journey? How did you come to being home educated, Addison?
Bit of a long story, but but then it's also a bit of a classic story. I went to school, unhappy, hated it there. School realised they couldn't meet my needs, decided to home educate.
And what are some of the things that you're interested in now? What are the things you're enjoying right now?
Um, right now I'm quite like I'm just right now the things which I'm normally doing is like one, protesting about the bill is one of the things which I do a lot, but then also I'm also doing a lot of maths recently, which just feels a bit like normal, but it feels like while I'm doing it right now, it just feels a bit different to how maths normally is, and it just feels different in a way. Um, yeah. I mean, I've just been yeah.
Do you have are there any future plans for follow-up books or anything like that? Are there more projects you'd like to take on?
Um, I I think that I'm not really. I'm just seeing how it goes, I think.
It's been a hectic year.
Yeah, it's just
Mm.
been like everything just feels a bit.
I've just had a relative of yours interject. Apparently, you're writing a book now or something, or you're working on something now.
What?
With another relative.
Um,
Something with your brother?
yeah.
Or is it a secret that you're just going to launch on the world with a big book launch when it's finished?
Penny, did you like that?
Sorry.
I feel like when I was at HEF, I feel like Addison said that he had or it might have been at Learn Free conference when you came there. I think you told me something about maybe doing another book, but maybe I.
Yeah, I'm thinking that like maybe that Hidden Voices Speak might need like a second edition or like just extra in it because I feel like maybe not everything was captured. That was mainly what like I mentioned there.
Yeah.
And about that book which I am writing, it's a um like a kind of a fantasy story which I've been writing for a while with my brother. we've been working on. It's yeah.
That sounds awesome. And I think you're quite right about something, maybe a follow-up, where we maybe capture some other voices, because I think with the first book, and I'm going to say the first one because I'm going to hope we're talking about a second one soon. But I think the first one, we put that out. I mean, you guys put that out incredibly quickly, really quickly. You did an
Yeah, I think
amazing
it was
job.
2-3 weeks.
It was amazing what you did. And so there were probably lots of people that didn't get to share their stories, don't you think?
Yeah. I mean, I know some people who was like, "Oh, I didn't know this was happening."
Yeah. So I think the trick is going to be, is how do we capture those stories now? What do we, what would be the best way to collect those stories and add them?
I mean, I'm thinking either a second book to capture extra voices, um, which probably will be done the same way as before, or maybe an extended edition might also work, or a second edition. I'm not too sure.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you need to spend a little bit of time thinking about what's going to work best, and um, because I think it's going to be hard to top the last one. So I think you'll get very creative, I think, and it's really really appreciated. On the YouTube video, we've had some comments for you where so somebody said they want to go and write up all these things. They want to get hold of like your book as well. And somebody else said it sounds amazing and you are doing so amazing. And someone else said you're very brave. So there's some lovely comments that are coming through on the YouTube where this video is going to be on YouTube.
Yeah.
And you are also an example for other children of getting out there, and we do need young people like you to be putting your voices out there, supporting one another to get your voices out there. And I don't know if you realize quite how much of a role model you are for other children. So well done.
Have you got
Thank
any
you.
sort of final thoughts or final words?
Well, to those who do want, like, for those children who want to make a difference, I'd just say, like, I would say just have a go at it, and you don't necessarily have to even know how you want to make a change. Just think, I want to make a change, and then I would say just try and make a change, like, go and say to, like, maybe say, like, maybe write a letter to your MP, go to a couple of protests, and try to speak up. And yeah, that's how it started with me.
I really like that. I really like that. That's very encouraging. And Michelle's organizing a march on the 10th of September that kids can take part in to get their voices heard as well, where they're all going to go and dress up. And I think that's going to be lots of fun. Are you going along to that?
Yeah, I'm going to. I think so.
Great. I hope you've got a good costume ready. And that's another way that children can take part and make hopefully make some politicians aware that actually children need to be considered. Can't forget them. And if you dress in very bright colored costumes, they can't miss you, can they?
Yes.
Okay, so thank you so much, Addison, for joining us. Feel free to hang around